Collectors Confessions live. We go through our weekly purchases. We recommend some things to you. You guys drop some comments back to us if you like something that we're talking about. If you don't like something that we're talking about, just let us know. Alfred E. Newman's here with us today, dressed as the Flash from the Just Us League. So here's what we do. We take our bag filled with comics. We go through it. We see what we bought. We talk about what we purchased. And then at the end, you guys try to guess how much we spent about on the comics for the week. Yes, this is our weekly purchases. Get rid of that. We don't need the bag. So at the end of this, we discuss what we bought, why we bought it, who's working on it, if it's worth you guys buying it, or whatever else you want to talk about. We're pretty good here. We love talking comics with whoever will listen. Without any further ado, let's look at what we bought. First off, we bought some Independence, Robert Kirkman's Void Rivals. It has been going on now for 12 issues. It is a combination of the Transformers and G.I. Joe, from what I understand. It's supposed to be the beginning of his Skybound world. It's been going on for about 12 issues now. There it is. It's been fantastic. Here are some of the alternate covers that are out there. We've been buying every issue, enjoying it. Next up, another independent comic book. Michael Walsh, Frankenstein, Universal Monsters Frankenstein. They just ended The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Here is the next installment, which is Frankenstein. I cannot wait to read this. I should have actually read it already. It looks fantastic. Here's the alternate covers for that. Michael Walsh is writing. Tony Marie Griffin is doing the art. This is issue number 1. Highly recommend picking it up. Now we'll get into the DC that we bought for the week. DC Black Label Zatanna number 3. It's a little bit more adult oriented. That's why it's Black Label. Nice that they made Black Label into regular sized comic books, not those oversized comic books that I hated. My favorite variant covers, I think, that possibly have ever been made. Oh, by the way, this edition is the Disco and Coke edition. You'll see why it's the Disco and Coke edition as we get further into what we bought. Also, please check out some of the products that we have. We have t-shirts, we have hats, everything comic related. Oh, really? Just now? I love Akira. Actually, the first anime I ever watched in my life. Right? Oh, Akira's the guy's name. Dragon Ball Z. I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan, so 68 years old, too young. Way too young. These are my favorite covers that variant covers ever done. This is Titans number 14. This is the Superpowers variant covers. It connects to McFarlane. The reason why they're my favorite is not because of the front, it's because of the back. No other action figure covers have done the back the way they do the back. Look at how awesome these are. Look at the back cover, how great it is. They actually have on the inside the regular cover, which I also like now. Best variant covers ever done. It's a Flash week, and if you've been watching long enough, you will see that I buy all the Flash covers. Flash number 12. This one is done by Simon Spurrier. Ramon Perez is the artist. This is the Ramon Perez cover. Rafael Grassati cover. That's one of the variants. Matt Taylor cover. One of the variants. Another Superpowers cover. Jason Gayer did this one. I love these covers. I hope they make this a figure. So if anybody has a connection with McFarlane, let them know they should be doing this. This is, look at how, I hope they do these too. And finally, this is the Mirka Adolf cover. These are all of the Flash covers for the week. Anytime a Flash issue comes out, it ends up costing me a lot more money because I try to get every single cover. I'm actually missing one. I need my... Hi, Mr. Dane. We are talking about the comics that we bought for the week. If you're a comic book fan, tell us what comics you bought for the week. See if you bought the same ones that I bought. See which ones you like. Maybe it will get me to buy them. Maybe what I'm saying will get you to buy them. Batman Dark Age, Book 5 by Mike Allred. We interviewed Mike about a month and a half ago. He is absolutely fantastic and a huge Star Wars fan. And this is his latest. He has a universe that he's doing. He did a Superman part. He does a Batman now, and then he's going to do a Wonder Woman part later. It's very different from the normal DC universe. And Mike's art is just, I think it's unique. I think it makes him stand out. One of my favorite comics going on right now. Batman Offworld. This was delayed. So issue 4 came out a while ago. This is issue 5. Jason Aaron is writing. Doug Mackey is doing the art. Batman fights Offworld. It's not a normal Batman story. Batman is actually fighting aliens, more like a Superman story, but Batman in the role of Superman. So check it out if you're not reading it. Detective Comics number 1088. There you go. Ram V is helming Detective Comics right now. It's been pretty good. I think that this is a new story arc involving Mr. Freeze. So they ended the last story arc in the last issue. Here's the new one. If you're a Batman fan, of course you're reading Detective. Oh, really? This one's hot? I didn't. It's funny because I've waited a while for this. I thought that it ended, and then I noticed that it was coming out this week. It's been delayed, so I'm not sure why it's been delayed. I do not collect Pokemon cards. Pokemon's a little bit. I was a little bit too old when Pokemon came out, so I did not read Pokemon. I spend all my money on comic books, like ridiculous amounts of money. Task Force 7, number 5. They got me this month because it's a Flash cover. Alex Pagnito is doing the writing. Peter Woods is doing the art. This is a Peter Woods cover. You ready for variant covers? Here goes. Salvador Larroca variant cover. Taron Clark variant cover. I'm actually a big fan of Taron Clark. Taron Clark did a bunch of the regular Flash series variant covers. He does a good job. This is probably my favorite of all of them. Stephen Platt. Kind of looks like the Flash got beat up and got arrested. And finally, Dan Mora. Chrome. Awesome cover. And now let's explain why we called this episode the Disco and Coke. Why did I call it Disco and Coke? Here's why. Marvel is doing Disco Dazzler covers. Here's Captain America by Elizabeth Turk. Here's Amazing Spider-Man, Mary Jane by Joella Jones. And X-Force number 2 by Phil Noto. So these are your 3 Disco covers. And along with Disco covers, there are Coke covers. That's right. Marvel is teaming with Coca-Cola, and they're making covers showing their favorite heroes drinking Coke. I don't know why, but that's what they did. So here's the Coke in the Disco and Coke covers. Deadpool Team Up number 1, Paco Medina cover. Fantastic Four number 24, Todd Nook cover. So here's your weekly Coca-Cola covers. So Disco and Coke, not what you guys thought. Get your mind out of the gutter. Hulk Annual number 1. Hulk is fighting Thanos. He finally got around. Jonathan Hickman is doing the writing on this. An issue that people have really been waiting for a while. Alien vs. Avengers number 1. That's right, the Avengers are going to take on aliens. This is the Scotty Young cover. Big Scotty Young fan here. So there it is. Marvel's 85th anniversary special number 1. It's a wraparound Scotty Young cover. I think I have a box around here that I bought last week that looks just like this. Great cover. Absolutely fantastic. NYX number 2. Jason Lansing and Colin Kelly are writing it. I hope they do a big deal about this at New York Comic Con. So I'm hoping that this has something to do with New York Comic Con. I do a special edition or something. Ultimate X-Men number 6. Peach Momoka is doing the art on these. I'm a little bit behind on Ultimate because I can't find the first issue that I need to read. But another good cover by her. I've been buying all Ultimates. Finally, Venom Separation Anxiety number 4. Bought this because it's a homage to the 25th anniversary covers, which I collect. This is the border of the 25th anniversary. Besides my comics for the week, also bought some Superpowers. They hooked me in with the comic book variant covers, so I had to buy some of the ones off the shelves. Metamorpho, Look at how cool is the back. Look at that. I want to do this side by side. I want to be the first person on YouTube that does these side by side. Look at how these look almost like, they're almost identical. And look at the back. Look at this. These are the best variant covers that have been done in years and years and years. Look at how cool these are. So variant cover, actual figure. So I bought Metamorpho and I bought Guy Gardner. There's the Guy Gardner. I've been waiting a long time for this. When I was a kid, I actually saw one of my first custom figures I ever saw in a magazine or out at a convention was a Guy Gardner Superpowers figure. Like someone did a custom made one on it. Yeah, so did Super. I don't know. I'm guessing that Marvel's getting a lot of money for those coat covers, that they did some kind of sponsorship with them. They did the cans, if you remember, like 2 months ago. So they had all the Marvel characters on the cans. So I guess the cans amount to the covers. I don't know. I've never heard of anything like that before. It's the first time they've ever done. It's like the baseball stadiums, right? They're selling pieces. I'm surprised it's not going to be Deadpool sponsored by Coca-Cola soon. So back to this. The first actual custom action figure I saw was a Guy Gardner, and it was I believe it was in a magazine or something. And to this day, I always look for that custom Guy Gardner figure made from a original Superpowers figure, and I've never seen it. And when they said they were doing this one, this is like they picked this out of my brain. Like I've been waiting for a good 35 years to see one of these, and finally they see it. And it looks exactly like the custom one. It was went right after Guy Gardner first came out. So here's the haul for the week. Make sure you subscribe because we have a bunch of really cool stuff coming up. We did an interview today with a comic promoter who's doing a big show coming up. We have some continue of our adventure in the Northwest. We went up to Alaska looking for a comic shop. Brian went to South Carolina. He just recorded an episode about his adventures in South Carolina. We have a lot of stuff coming up. We have the 1,500 comic books that we've been looking at. We have sold 3 entire boxes. We have more that we have to pull out. So if you are interested in buying comics, we are selling them for cheap. I mean cheap. Like everything is going for less than $1. So the more you buy, the cheaper it is. We sold an entire short box filled to capacity for $105, including shipping. You cannot find a deal with that anywhere else. Anywhere else. Last part of this is what we do is we guess how much I spent. Here's the stack. How much you think I spent this week? Throw your guesses in there. I'll give you a minute. I wish I had the Jeopardy thing. I spent way more than I normally spend because of Task Force 7 and because of the Flash. So this week I spent a total of $141.53. That's too much money for a week. I don't get it. His weakness is his weakness isn't a color anymore. Not really. They got rid of that yellow weakness thing years ago. He doesn't have a weakness anymore. Yeah, way too much money. Way too much on a weekly. You should have watched last week's live and see how much I spent last week. Friggin' A, my wife's going to divorce me. Thanks for watching. We are here every Thursday at 6 o'clock. We have our regular episodes are Saturdays at 8:45 and Tuesdays at 8:45. We have a bunch of shorts to come out. If you like what you see here, subscribe, share us with a friend. Thanks for watching. We enjoy sharing this time with you. We have some special lives coming up in the month of September. We're going to look at Superman 3 live and talk with you guys while we watch, kind of go over Superman 3. And we're going to do a book club coming up. All right? So keep watching. We love when you guys join us. We love talking comics. We love hearing about what you guys like to read. Send us emails, collectorsconfessions@gmail.com. Tell us what you're reading. Recommendations for us. We always exchange recommendations for you. Anything else in the world of collecting, we like to hear about. Thanks for watching. Love what you collect. Collect what you love. Me and Alfred E. Newman will see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.